Good morning. We'll start with revising which one? Single entry system. Hope you have gone through your regular classroom notes. Okay. So for next 2.5 hours or 3 hours or whatever, okay, you're just going to listen. You're just going to listen. Okay. Just to save the time of revision, I've given with solution. I've given with what? Solution. Certain problems, we'll just see the solution. Certain problems, we'll work out the solutions. Okay. What is a single entry? Simple. Accounts are not kept in a complete way. With pieces of information available, with assets and liability detail, with collections and payment detail, based on memory, based on certain small chit books, notebooks, the rough works, we try to work out which one? We try to work out the profit or loss and prepare a balance sheet. There are two methods we had seen. One is which method? Statement of affairs method, where we prepare a balance sheet at the beginning of the year and a balance sheet at the end of the year. This is our regular classroom work. Like statement of affairs at the beginning of the year is prepared to find out what? The capital as a balancing figure, nothing but a balance sheet. Then we prepare a statement of affairs at the end of the year to find out what? Capital at the end of the year. Then we work out statement of profit. Closing capital minus opening capital. Then if there is a drawings, add back drawings. It can be goods, cash, personal expenses paid, all those things. Add back interest on drawings because it is an income, minus interest on opening capital, minus additional capital will give us which one? Net profit for the year. We have done in the regular class also those questions like capital at the end, add drawings, add interest on drawings, minus additional capital, minus interest on capital, minus capital at the beginning will give us what? Net profit for the year. If they give you balance sheet information, prepare statement of affairs at the beginning of the year as well as at what? End of the year. Please remember all the adjustments pertains to what? If they give you additional information or adjustment, if nothing is specified, that should be adjusted with which balance? The closing balance. Clear? Debtors minus bad debts, furniture minus depreciation, building minus depreciation, everything we have to adjust with which balance? Closing balance, we get capital. Then we prepare the statement of profit. Capital at the end, add drawings, less additional capital minus capital at the beginning will give us what? Net profit for the year. Okay. For a partnership firm we have done. Okay. So there was a question like was like question number 3, where we are given balance sheet at the beginning of the year. Balance sheet at the beginning of the year with capitals of partner was given. Then what did we do? We worked out statement of affairs at the end of the year with assets after depreciation, with other assets given, liabilities, capital we got, capital at the end of the year, add back drawings. It can be any drawings, normal drawings of profit, withdrawing of capital we have done. Then less interest on capital. Since we were, this problem was most important and repeated also in the exam. Capital was withdrawn, so 6 months on the opening balance, minus capital taken back, remaining 6 months we 8,000 into 5% into 6 by 12 we provided. Other partner minus the opening capital will give us what? Net profit for the year. That is shared in 2:1 ratio. We reconciled our answer also. Like this, we have done under which method? Statement of affairs method. Now come to your revision material. Look at this question number 1. Closing capital, how much is given? 1,50,000. Opening capital is 60,000. He has drawn 40,000 for domestic expenses, drawings. What we'll do? Add back. Additional capital, we'll reduce. So no need to solve this, just see the solution. Capital at the end of the year, add drawings, minus additional capital, minus opening capital will give us what? Net profit. Like this, you need not total and give the answer one by one, step by step. You can just give the final answer, net profit for the year. Look at this question. Just look at the display. A company sold 25% of the goods on what basis? Cash basis. Balance on what basis? Credit basis. Debtors are allowed 2 months credit, which means anytime we are allowing how many months credit? 2 months credit to the customers. 2 months credit to the customer, which means 2 month sales will be outstanding. Whatever I sell for month 1, month 2, I will collect in which month? 3rd month. So on 31st March, how many months will be outstanding? 31st March, February and March sales will be outstanding, which means collectible from what? Debtors. What is the debtors balance given? 1,40,000. This is for how many months sales? 2 month sales. Now what will be the monthly sales? 1,40,000 divided by 2 months pota 70,000 varo. This is like 70,000 per month credit sales. 70,000 per month which sales? Credit sales. Monthly 70,000 na. For the year credit sales will be what? 70,000 into 12 how much? 8,40,000. Simple. If 25% is cash sales, remaining 75% will be credit sales. So this 8,40,000 is like 75%. This 8,40,000 is like how much percentage? If this is 75%, what is 25%? That is why we put 8,40,000 into 25 by 75, we get how much? 2,80,000. Total sales is how much? 11,20,000. So the first question and second question, don't expect for 5 marks, 4 marks and all. This is multiple choice question. And the 2 marks question like 15 questions into 2 marks, 30 marks. They can ask you this model questions. This model questions. Okay. Next. Go through third question. In a concern, opening provision for bad debt is how much? 51,000. During the year, 10,000 was written off as which one? Bad debts. Closing balance of sundry debtors how much? 6,30,000. 10% of the debtors we have to maintain as a provision, which means what will be the closing provision required? 6,30,000 into 10% will be what? The closing provision required. Minus what is the opening provision? 51,000. You have to maintain an additional provision of how much? 12,000. Journal entry will be P&L account debtor to provision for total debts. We have to create an additional provision of 12,000. Bad debt already written off against debtors. Bad debt is already written off against which one? Written off, which means it has been already adjusted with 6,30,000. Don't reduce. 6,30,000 minus 10 potradinga. Because it's been already written off. The 6,30,000 is after writing off that bad debts. Provision is just an estimated loss. 6,30,000 10% pote 63,000. Already we maintain 51. Now we require an additional provision. P&L account debtor to provision for bad debts. Okay. Go to question number 4. Go to question number 4. When they give you lengthy question like this, always you have to read what is expected. What is expected. They ask you to prepare which account? Trading P&L account and which one? Balance sheet account. Trading P&L account and balance sheet account. Is it statement of affairs method or conversion method? Conversion, that is final accounts method. What are the accounts which are required under conversion method? You have to prepare cash account compulsory approved, debtors account, creditors account, opening balance sheet. Opening balance sheet we need to prepare. These are the things which are compulsory. So you open the account simultaneously and do. We can open the account simultaneously and what? Do. Then close all debtors, creditors, then cash account, opening balance sheet, then come to trading P&L account and which one? Closing balance sheet, like that we can do. Check if there is any bills receivable, bills payable detail. Bank balance, we are given debtors and which one? Creditors, stock, fixed assets are given. Then receipt from customer, payment to creditors, capital brought in, sale of fixed asset, expenses paid, drawings, purchase of fixed asset, cost of goods sold kuduthirukanga. Gross profit is how much? 25% of cost of goods sold kuduthirukanga. Book value of the asset is given to us. So before even we start, there is an information about gross profit etc. is given. We can find out the total sales. We can find out which one? The total sales. Okay. So gross cost of goods sold how much is given? 2,60,000. Profit is 25% on sales or on cost. So no need to convert. We can directly apply. We can directly apply. Book value of the asset sold is given to find out the profit or loss. We sold the fixed asset for how much? 1,750. What is the book value of the asset sold? Which means there is a loss on sale of asset. There is a loss on sale of asset. Okay. Shall we do together? Let us not see the solution for this. We will do it together. Start. This is for question number 3 or 4. 4. Let us do it together. We have to prepare which account? Debtors account, creditors account, cash or bank account, You have to prepare the statement of affairs at the beginning of the year. Let us solve like we are solving exam question. It is like revisions are more like solving exam questions in the class or examination oriented questions in the class and the mark. Start. You can do it along with me. Don't wait. Example short form avoid பண்ணுங்க. Please write it full. Let us write opening and closing balances. Opening balance கொடுக்கல. And closing balance is given. Don't write B, D, C, D and all. You write full. By balance carry down. To balance brought down. The you write. What is opening balance of debtors? Not given. Closing balance. Creditors. Opening balance. What is opening balance of creditors? Not given. To balance carry down. How much is given? 46,000. Cash and bank account to balance brought down is not given. Then closing balance is given. Balance carry down. What is the closing balance given? 50,000. Statement of affairs, we will come to that later. Okay. Shall we? What is the cost of goods sold given? 2,60,000. Add profit. What is the profit margin? 25% on cost is given. So add 25% on cost. Don't wait. Please do it along with me. Okay. This will give us sales. What is the formula for cost of goods sold? Opening stock plus purchases minus closing stock. Cost of goods sold we know 2,60,000. This is equal to, what is the opening stock given? Opening stock 50,000 and 62,500. Opening stock 50,000 plus purchases we do not know minus closing stock. What is the closing stock? 62,500. Solve this, you will get purchases. Purchases will be, if this goes the other side, plus 50,000 or minus 50,000. 2,60,000 minus 50 plus 62,500. 2,60,000. RHS to LHS you change panna minus 50,000 plus 62,500. What is the answer? 2,72,500 becomes which one? Purchases. Now you try to prepare the debtors account, creditors account, cash account, bank account and try to close and get me the answer. We are not given bifurcation of credit sales and cash sales. So what to do? To sales, let us take it as credit sales, 3,25,000. Are we given cash collected from debtors? Yes, receipt from customers given. How much is given? So by bank, how much? 3,40,000. Any discount, bad dates, sales returns? So opening balance, we'll get it as a balancing figure. Opening balance, we'll get it as which one? A balancing figure. What is a balancing figure? $87,500 closing balance. Collection is 3,40,000 minus 3,25,000. So this opening balance, we get it as a balancing figure. Creditors left to what is the purchases? Sorry, to bank. What is the amount paid? Amount paid to creditors, 2,80,000 is paid to the creditors. Then by purchases, we worked out 2,72,500 we worked out. If we tally this opening balance, we'll get it as a balancing figure. What is opening balance? 7,500. Then we can prepare cash and bank account. Again, their opening balance is missing. What and all will come in cash and bank account? All collections and payments will come. To debtors. எவ்வளோ collect பண்ணிருக்கோம் debtors கிட்ட இருந்து? 3,40,000. To fixed asset sold. To fixed asset sold for how much? 1,750 கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. Fixed asset sold for 1,750. வேற ஏதாவது collections இருக்கா? Capital brought in. Capital brought in. Capital brought in how much? 5,000. Then record all the payments. What are the payments? By creditors, 2,80,000 pay பண்ணிருக்கோம். Then வேற என்ன pay பண்ணிருக்கீங்க? Expenses paid. Expenses paid கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. What is expenses paid given? 49 to 50 is given. Then by drawings, how much is given? 25,000 given. Then where and by fixed asset purchased. Fixed asset purchased for how much? Fixed asset purchased for 5,000. When you tally this, you will get which one? Opening balance as a balancing figure. So in the question, opening balance of debtors, creditors, cash at bank or which one? Balancing figures. With that only we can prepare the statement of affairs. Opening balance of fixed asset எவ்வளவு இருக்கு? வேற என்ன இருக்கும்? Stock. Then any other asset at the beginning of the year. Liability side like creditors. What is the creditors value? Tally this, you will get capital at the beginning of the year as a balancing. Please avoid short forms in the exam. Ensure that you are giving what? The full form answer. Then start preparing which account? Trading P&L account for the year ended 31/12/2017. Opening stock. Purchases we worked out. What is the purchases? 3,25,000. Stock. What is the closing stock? Tally this. You will get the gross profit and the same gross profit. Then continue with P&L account. What are the expenses we need to charge? Have we taken up debtors account, creditors account, cash account, statement of affairs? Everything is over. What are the other expenses you will charge it in P&L account? Expenses paid. Sundry expenses paid. How much is given? 49,250. Any outstanding expenses given in the question? No. Then, where loss on sale of fixed asset. What is the book value of the asset? 2,500 sold for 1,750. Now, what is the loss? 750 loss on sale of fixed asset. Any interest on capital, interest on drawings, provision for bad debts, discount allowed? No. Ensure to prepare fixed asset account. Some balancing figure might be there. Because we are given opening balance, closing balance, purchase sale, allame kuduthirukanga. Two balance brought down. What is the opening balance of fixed asset given in the question? 7,500. Okay. To bank and the purchase of fixed asset kuduthirukanga. What is the purchase of fixed asset? 5,000. By bank, sale of fixed asset, how much is given? By bank, sale of fixed asset, how much is given? 1,750 kuduthirukanga. By loss on sale, by bank we sold for 1,750. By loss on sale of fixed asset, how much? 750. We are given by balance carried down. That is given to us in the question. It should tally, right? Opening balance plus purchases minus sold, it should tally. If it is not tallying, by depreciation as a balancing. What is the balance? This we get it as a balancing. That will come in which account? P and L account. Any commission to be paid? Any commission, outstanding expense, etc. To net profit. Let us prepare a statement of affairs at the end of the year.
Depreciation 1,000 or 10,000.
1,000. Start preparing statement of affairs at the end of the year. What is capital at the beginning of the year? How much? 1,69,000. Add net profit minus drawings. What is the drawings? Additional capital then closing balance of creditors. What is the closing balance of creditors? 46,000.
46,000.
Then asset side, fixed asset. Don't reduce depreciation. That is after depreciation only. How much? 9,000. Debtors order closing balance. 87. Creditors order closing balance. Sorry. It's inventory. Bank balance. Hello? 5015. Then
Stocks.
closing stock. What is the closing stock? Values. If you look at to solve the question, it will take about 15 minutes of time. It's a simple question, so it took around 15 minutes of time. This can be tested for 10 marks because there is no bills receivable, bills payable account, no advanced adjustments like provision for bad debts, outstanding expenses details. Simple workout pannadanaala it is for 10 marks. If it is a 15 marks question, it will be like you will have 14 marks question, you will have some extra adjustments. You have to calculate commission, you have to work out some extra details about expenses paid, and discount allowed, discount received, some extra data might be there. If you have completed this, read question number 5. Dora, complete பண்ணிட்டீங்களா அது? The complete பண்ணிட்டீங்கன்னா please read which question? Question number 5. Go through question number 5. Data complete go through பண்ணுங்க. Okay. We are expected to prepare P&L account and a balance sheet. Please go through that, then we will solve. Read question number 5. இது வருங்களா? Everyone? He has always maintained how much? 10,000 in cash and deposited the balance into bank account. Gross profit is 25% on what? Sales கொடுத்திருக்கான். So in the trading account, we can directly work out gross profit. As a balancing for, we can get which one? Closing stock. Opening balance was a credit balance, which means OD balance. Closing balance is a normal balance. Data கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. Cash in hand opening and closing balance is what? 10,000 அந்த மாதிரி. Payment to creditors, unless a passbook, which means all these are paid through bank. Payment to creditors, payment for business expenses, receipt from debtors, loan from Lakshman taken at 10% per annum கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. Cash deposited in bank, like a contra entry we have to do. He informs that he paid creditors for goods how much? 20,000 in cash, salary 40,000 in cash, 80,000 cash for which one? During the year, he has not introduced any additional capital. Look at the next one. What is given? Surplus in cash, if any, can be taken as which one? Cash yields. So in this question, can we prepare a combined cash and bank account or a separate column? Like the double column cash book learn only. And the money we have to prepare with cash and bank column. Then prepare a trading P&L account and which one? Balance sheet. So in this question also, we have to open debtors account, creditors account we need to open. Cash book with what? Cash and bank column we need to prepare. Then of course, opening statement of affairs we need to do. Start. Start opening debtors account, creditors account, then cash book with both the columns. Statement of affairs as on what date? 1/4/2016. Start posting the items and get the balances. Opening balance of debtors and closing balance of debtors கொடுத்திருக்காங்களா? 1 lakh and what? Then creditors. Then collected from debtors 7,50,000 by bank வரும். Paid to creditors out of bank account is 7 lakhs. To cash வேற pay பண்ணிரும். To cash, how much is paid? It's not cash purchases. Paid to creditors by cash. Last paragraph பாருங்க. 20,000 in cash. Then any purchase return, sales returns, no other thing. So as a balancing for, we'll get sales in this question, credit sales in this question. This is credit sales. And purchases, balancing figure. Cash balance 10,000 now. Cash balance is 10,000. Bank balance, opening balance was OD. By balance brought down. Credit nu kuduthirukkom. What is opening balance? OD balance? 50,000 credit balance. Okay. Closing balance is a normal balance. Closing balance is a normal balance. By balance carry down now. 80,000. Then record all the collections and payments. So, by creditors, what is the cash payment? 20,000. Check payment 7 lakhs. To debtors, what is the cash payment or check payment? Check collection 7,50,000. Where in bank account la? Loan from Lakshman. Loan from Lakshman. Loan taken, not given. Loan taken 1 lakh. Cash deposited in bank. How the entry will be posted? By bank, contra entry in the cash column 1 lakh. Credit what goes out to cash. In bank column, how much you will record? 1 lakh. Then think and post. வேறதா இருக்கா பாருங்க. இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் பே பண்ணுறத பற்றி எதுவுமே சொல்லல. இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் பெய்டுன்னு பாஸ்புக்லேயும் கொடுக்கல, கேஷ்லேயும் கொடுக்கல. விச் மீன்ஸ் அவுட்ஸ்டாண்டிங்காக இருக்கும், அது P&L அக்கௌண்ட்டில் பார்த்துக்கலாம். தென் salary கேஷ்ல பே பண்ணிருக்காங்களா, பேங்க் பேமெண்ட்ல பண்ணி இல்ல. salary paid in cash, how much? 40,000. drawings cash 80,000. இல்ல பாருங்க, payment for business expenses bank statementல இருக்கு. by business expenses bank statementல 1,20,000 is given. Check for any other collection or payment. பேங்க் காலம் டேலி ஆகுதா? ஸோ டேலி ஆச்சுன்னா விட்டுடுங்க. கேஷ் காலம் டேலி ஆகாது. they take it as cash sales balance. they ask you to treat this as a cash sales அந்த மாதிரி. this they ask you to treat as which sales? Cash sales. Now we can prepare opening balance of debtors. Opening bank balance OD here. Opening bank balance is an OD. Creditors. என்னென்ன இருக்கு, வேற என்ன இருக்கு பாருங்க. ஓப்பனிங் ஸ்டாக் இன் ட்ரேட் எவ்வளோ கொடுத்துருக்காங்க? Then capital you will get it as a balancing. What is the balance? So in this question we work out extra work out பண்றோம். Cash and bank separately. So what is the cash sales? Cash sales is 2,40,000. Credit sales is 10 lakhs. Total 12,40,000 இருக்கும். Gross profit is given. எவ்வளோ percentage கொடுத்துருக்காங்க? 25% on sales. Let us not do trading P&L account. Let us see the solution. Let's save the time. See the solution. Because these working notes are important. இதுக்கு மேல நம்ம trading P&L account prepare பண்ணா opening stock purchases, sales closing stock, gross profit we know. As a balancing for we'll get which one? Closing stock. Charge indirect expenses in P&L account. Then what? Prepare the balance sheet. அவ்வளவுதான். Interest மட்டும் provide பண்ணும். The loan was taken on what date? First. எப்போ loan வாங்கியிருக்கோம் பாருங்க. October 1st ல வாங்கியிருக்கோம். We are closing the accounts on 31st March 2017. So எவ்வளவு months? October to March, how many months? 6 months interest outstanding provide பண்ணும். So the first complete பண்ணிட்டீங்களா? As I said, we will see the solution. Because working notes are most important. That determines your answer. Let us see. Trading P&L account போடும்போது என்ன பண்ணுவீங்க? Opening stock, purchases we worked out, cash sales plus credit sales gives us what? Total sales. Gross profit will be 25% of 12 lakh 40. 25% of 12 lakh 40 is 3 lakh 10,000. As a balancing for we get which one? Closing stock. Please note GP if you forgot to type 3 lakh 10,000. As a balancing for we get what? 1 lakh 20,000 in the month. Then gross profit is 3 lakh 10. Salary, business expense. How this interest on loan? Please mark 1 lakh into eவ்வளோ percentage? 10% for how many months? 6 months. It is not paid, it is just provided. It is like outstanding interest money. We have to show it in what? Balance sheet. Clear? Salary, business expenses, interest on loan provided for how many months? 6 months. We get which one? Net profit. Any doubt in it? Then balance sheet we prepare. Opening capital, add net profit minus drawings gives us which one? Closing capital. Loan from Lakshman 1 lakh plus interest how much? 5,000 total 1 lakh 5,000 வரும். Creditors, closing cash, closing bank balance is a normal balance. Debtors and stock in trade, the balance sheet tallies. The balance sheet tallies. So when you revise, ensure that all the workings you do, main answer you just go through. It is just a trading P&L account and a balance sheet. Any doubt in trading P&L account? In this question, we get closing stock as a balancing figure. Interest on loan, why 6 months? Taken on 1st October. October to March, how many months outstanding? 6 months interest. Then balance sheet we prepared. We can show outstanding interest separate also, no issues. Loan 1 lakh, outstanding interest 5,000 separate, no problem. Okay. Shall we? Next question, paranga. This model we have not done in the regular class. Next question model we have not done in the regular class. Okay. I request you to go through the question. We are given balance sheet of Ram, a small trader, on 31st March 2016. Opening capital is given to us. Cash, bank, stock, debtors, fixed asset, creditors are given to us. A fire occurred in the night of 31st March 2017, destroying accounting records as well as what? Closing cash of the trader. Is only the loss of profit, loss of stock in the pop. No. Debtors and creditors, showed an increase of what? 20% compared to 31st March 2016 கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. What is the meaning? Debtors will be 1 lakh plus 20%. That is end of the year balance. Creditors will be 1 lakh plus 20%. Closing balance of debtors and creditors. Then credit period allowed is for debtors how many months? 1 month. Suppliers give 2 months credit. Stock is always maintained at the same level throughout the year. What is the stock? 80,000 maintain பண்றோம்னு சொல்லிட்டாங்க. Next, all purchases are which one? Credit purchases. Cash sales 20% of total sales கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. Current ratio at the end of it exactly what? What do you mean by current ratio? Current assets by current liability. In the balance sheet, என்னென்ன current assets possible? Cash, bank balance, stock, debtors are which one? Current assets. Current liability என்ன இருக்கும்? Creditors மட்டும் இந்த questionல possible. Okay, இந்த questionல இவ்வளவுதான் possible. So which is something we have to work out அந்த மாதிரி இருக்கும். Total expenses excluding depreciation for the year amounted to how much? 5 lakh கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. Depreciation 10% on the closing value of fixed asset கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. Bank and cash transactions, payment to creditors 1 lakh by cash கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. Included 1 lakh by cash. Receipt from debtors included 11 lakh 80,000 by checks கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. Cash deposit கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. Personal drawings from bank கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. Fixed asset purchased paid by check கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. Assume cash is destroyed by fire and written off in which account? ரொம்ப சிம்பிள். கேஷ் அக்கௌண்ட்ல வர பேலன்சிங் ஃபார் இல்லையா, நார்மல் என்ன பண்ணுவீங்க? பை பேலன்ஸ் கேரி டவுன் போடாம இங்க பை கேஷ் லாஸ்ட் பை ஃபயர், பை கேஷ் லாஸ்ட் பை ஃபயர், சார்ஜ் இட் இன் which account? P&L account. They ask you to prepare a trading P&L account and a balance sheet. Before we start, we have to work out what and all we need to work out. Using debtors value and creditors value, we need to find out which one? Sales and purchases. Credit period கொடுத்திருக்காங்க 1 month. Creditors oda credit period how many months? 2 months. Using this we can find out which one? Credit sales and which one? Credit purchases we can work out. Then we can prepare debtors account and creditors account to find out the balancing for. Some balance might come. அது வந்து payment by cash இருக்கலாம். Some balancing for will come. Opening balance are given. Closing balance கொடுத்துட்டான். Closing balance எப்படி கொடுத்திருக்காங்க? They showed an increase of how much? 20% கொடுத்துட்டாங்க. So closing balance we can work out. Using the credit period we can work out what? Credit sales, credit purchase work out பண்ணிடலாம். Then payment கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. Some balancing for might come, we'll see. Shall we start? Question number? Start பண்ணலாமா? Okay. Debtors closing balance will be opening balance plus 20%. Please do it along with me. 1,20,000 வரும். Creditors also 1 lakh இருக்கு opening balance plus 20% increase in சொல்றான். So closing balance is how much? This is closing balance. Okay. What is the credit period allowed? 1 month. அந்த 1 month வந்து 1,20,000 னா okay 12 months sales எவ்வளவு இருக்கும்? 14,40,000. இங்க credit allowed by suppliers எவ்வளவு months? 2 months வந்து 1,20,000 னா இப்போ purchases எவ்வளவு இருக்கும்? 1,20,000 if it is for 2 months, what is for 12 months? How much? 7,20,000 will be there. This is purchases, this is sales. Now we can prepare which account? Debtors account, creditors account we can prepare. Opening statement of affairs is given already, no need to prepare. Start. Debtors account opening balance 1 lakh, closing balance 1 lakh 20 கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. Creditors opening balance 1 lakh, closing balance 1 lakh 20 increase ஆயிருக்கு. Then purchases are 7 lakh 20, credit sales is what? 14 lakh 40. Then post all the other things, try to get if there is any balancing. Debtors account checkல எவ்வளவு collect பண்ணிருக்கான் பாருங்க. 11 lakh 80,000 collected by check. அப்புறம் balancing for என்ன இருக்கு இல்லையா? But collected by check, collected by cash. We get it as a balancing figure. 1 lakh plus 14 lakh 40 minus 11 lakh 80 minus 1 lakh 20. 2 lakh 40,000 is which one? Collected in cash. Then creditors account, how much is paid by, that is what is the opening balance? 1 lakh. Purchase is 7 lakh 20. Payment to creditors included 1 lakh by cash payment கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. Cash payment 1 lakh கொடுத்திருக்காங்க, which means the balance is paid through what? Bank note. This is a balancing for purpose. It is given in the question, cash sales is எவ்வளோ percentage? 20% of total sales. Therefore, credit sales will be 80%. அப்போ அந்த 80% வந்து எவ்வளோங்க ஒர்க் அவுட் பண்ணியிருக்கோம்? Credit sales 14 lakh 40 னா cash sales எவ்வளோ? Cash plus credit sales எவ்வளோ இருக்கும்? current ratio என்ன சொல்லியிருக்காங்க? Two is to 1 na current assets divided by current liabilities. என்ன கொடுத்திருக்காங்க ratio? 2 is to 1. இந்த questionல என்னென்ன current assets possible? Stock plus debtors plus cash possible இல்ல, cash last, bank balance தான் possible இந்த questionல. இந்த questionல there is no prepaid expenses, no accrued incomes, வேற எதுவுமே கிடையாது. No current investments and all. இதான் இந்த questionல possible. Divided by current liability இந்த questionல என்னது? creditors, outstanding expenses, bills payable இருக்கும். But in the question, creditors are possible. So stock, closing stock, we know. What is the closing stock? Same level na சொல்லிட்டான் 80,000. Debtors, closing balance 1,20,000 plus bank balance தெரியாது. Divided by this, divided by creditors oda value எவ்வளோ 1,20,000. This is equal to 2:1. 2:1 na solve பண்ணுங்க, you will get it. If this goes the other side, it will become like 1,20,000 into 2. 80 plus 1,20,000, 2 lakh plus bank balance will be like 1,20,000 into 2. Clear? Multiplication then now. It will become 2,40,000. When you solve this, you will get which balance? Bank balance as a balance. This will be your closing bank balance for balance sheet. No cash balance because the balancing for in cash should be taken as what? Last result. That is charged in P&L account. That is charged in which account? P&L account. Now prepare which account? Cash and bank account. Columnar format la prepare பண்ணுங்க. Try to prepare same like last question, a separate column, cash and bank account. Any doubt so far? Any doubt so far? If you want, you can prepare bank account, cash account separately or in a columnar format also. Anything is fine. Current ratio will be like current assets by current liability. Of course, current asset la we'll have bills receivable, prepaid expense எல்லாம். இந்த questionல இதான் possible. இந்த balance sheet தான் current assets and current liability. Creditors, bills payable, outstanding expense எல்லாமே இருக்கும். But for this business, the current liability includes only which one? Creditors. So if this is like 2:1, based on this ratio, we work out which one? Bank balance. We can prepare bank account separately, cash account separately also, no problem. Contra போட்டும் prepare பண்ணலாம், separate அந்த மாதிரி prepare பண்ணலாம். What is the cash account? Bank balance, opening balance? Opening balance எவ்வளவு இருக்குங்க? 20,000 bank balance. From bankல collections என்ன இருக்கு? Debtors collected how much? 11,80,000. Where in it? To cash அந்த கான்ட்ரா எவ்வளவு டெபாசிட் பண்ணிருக்கோம் பேங்க் 2,40,000. Then by fixed asset purchased how much? அப்புறம் drawings from bank how much? 4 lakh. Closing balance வேற ஒர்க் அவுட் பண்ணிருக்கோம் 40,000. அப்புறம் creditors payment by check 6 lakhs that we worked out as a balancing for from creditors account. அப்புறம் இந்த எக்ஸ்பென்சஸ் வந்து கேஷா பேங்கான்னு சொல்ல டோட்டல் எக்ஸ்பென்ஸ்னு சொல்லியிருக்காங்க. we'll see. $2,50,000 ஷார்டேஜ் வருது. இன்னும் என்ன பண்றது? By expenses we paid in check. இந்த எக்ஸ்பென்சஸ் செக்ல பே பண்ண எக்ஸ்பென்சஸ். டோட்டல் எக்ஸ்பென்ஸ் எவ்வளோ? 5 lakhs. அந்த டோட்டல் எக்ஸ்பென்ஸ்ல எவ்வளோ பே பண்ணிருக்கீங்க? 2,50,000 is paid by check. இப்போ பேலன்ஸ் வந்து கேஷ் அக்கௌண்ட்ல வந்துடும். கேஷ் அக்கௌண்ட்ல போடும்போது by expenses what is the total expense? 5 lakh எவ்வளவு ஸ்பெண்ட் பண்ணிருக்கோம்? 2,50,000 செக்ல ஸ்பெண்ட் பண்ணிருக்கோம்னா பேலன்ஸ் 2,50,000 கேஷ்ல ஸ்பெண்ட் பண்ணிருக்கோம். look at total expenses how much is given? 5 lakhs. அதுல பேங்க்ல வர பேலன்சிங் ஃபிகர் 2,50,000 we can be taken as sundry expenses. out of 5 lakh செக்ல பே பண்ணது 2,50,000. remaining 2,50,000 is paid by what? cash. cash balance to balance brought down எவ்வளவு இருக்குங்க? 10,000. வேற ஏதாவது இருக்கா? கலெக்ஷன்ஸ் கேஷ் சேல்ஸ் எவ்வளவு கலெக்ட் பண்ணிருக்கோம்? 3,60,000. அப்புறம் debtors collected in cash 2,40,000. then வேற ஏதாவது இருக்கா பாருங்க. Cash paid to creditors, yes. Creditors paid in cash 1 lakh. Any doubt in this expenses? Out of 5 lakh, 2,50,000 spent in check, bank transaction value. Remaining 2,50,000 is by what? Cash. Where in it? By bank deposit and the contra entry. 2,40,000. Then anything else? Expense order balance 2,15,000 போட்டாச்சு. வேற ஏதாவது இருக்கான்னு பாருங்க. No. So balance can be taken as what? By balance carry down கிடையாது. Cash lost. They ask you to take it as cash lost and charge it in which account? P&L account. This cash lost will be charged in which account? P&L. Fixed asset depreciation எப்படி போட சொல்லிருக்கான் பாருங்க. Fixed assets ஓட opening balance எவ்வளவு இருக்கு? plus எவ்வளவு purchase பண்ணிருக்கோம்? அப்ப total எவ்வளவு இருக்கு? This is a closing balance. பேலன்ஸ்க்கு எவ்வளவு போட சொல்றாங்க? 10% depreciation charge பண்ண சொல்றாங்க. கிளியரா வேர்ட்ஸ் யூஸ் பண்ணிருக்கோம் பாருங்க. இப்போ 74,000 will be depreciation in P&L. which account? P&L. Please note this also. There is no change in stock level. Opening stock is equal to closing stock mari. Any doubt in whatever we worked out so far? ஓவருங்களா அது காப்பி பண்ணிட்டீங்களா? Yes. Just to save the time, we'll just see the main answer. Main answer is just a normal working now. The opening stock is given in the question. Purchases we worked out. Purchases how much? 7,20,000. Cash sales plus credit sales, total sales also we worked out. Closing stock is equal to opening stock. There is no change in the stock level. Opening stock and closing stock are same. Tally பண்ணீங்கன்னா என்ன வரும்? To GP, you will get it as a balancing figure. What is the gross profit? What is the gross profit? 10,80,000 வரும் gross profit வரும். Then charge the expenses, cash lost by fire, depreciation போட்டிருக்கோம். Opening balance of asset plus purchases into what? 10%, 74,000. Balancing for is net profit transferred to capital account. Then capital, opening balance plus net profit minus drawings will give us what? Closing capital. Then closing balance of creditors. Closing balance of creditors எவ்வளோ? 1,20,000. அதான் இங்க தப்பு. Okay, closing balance of creditors how much? 1,20,000. Cash at bank, we did a working note on the current assets, current liability which debtors opening balance plus 20%, closing stock we know. Fixed asset total minus depreciation will be what? 6,66,000. Total of the balance sheet is 9,06,000. See, main answer will take lesser time. Working note da 75% of time எடுத்துக்கும். 25% of time you will finish which one? Trading P&L account and the balance sheet. Done. See, regular class வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா டோட்டலா 10 problems தான் பண்ணிருக்கோம். But we have taken around 2 classes, so 6 hours, 7 hours அந்த மாதிரி பண்ணிருக்கோம். Here also we have done around 6 or 7 questions. But if you look at the time, 1.5 hour finish பண்ணிருக்கோம். 1 hour 15 minutes we finished அந்த மாதிரி. So learn பண்ணிட்டீங்கன்னா revision will take what? Very, very lesser time அந்த மாதிரி. At home also when you revise questions, you know, working notes எல்லாம் நீங்க போட்டு பாருங்க. Main answer will take what? Shorter time. That is what we learn over here. Shall we? Go to the next question. Revision is more like a combined study with the faculty. Follow. Question number 7. We are given furnitures and fixtures, stock, debtors, cash at bank, aprom debtors opening balance given, closing balance is a question mark. Cash in hand at bank combined கொடுத்திருக்கோம். So no need to prepare a separate account. Closing balance is a question mark. Creditors, bills payable, outstanding salary கொடுத்திருக்கோம். So bills payable account, creditors account we have to prepare in this question. So first you have to close which account? Bills payable account, then creditors account in the month. Analysis of cash and passbook is given to us. Cash sales, collection from debtors, discount allowed to debtors, cash purchases, payment to creditors, discount from creditors, payment for bills payable, drawing for domestic expenses, salary paid, rent paid, trade expenses are given. Depreciation 10% on the diminishing balance method. Steady gross profit of how much? 25% on sales கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. Prepare a trading P&L account and a balance sheet. So first எடுத்தோட நீங்க எதுல ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணுவீங்க? Debtors account, creditors account and which account? Bills payable. Start. Try பண்ணுங்க பார்க்கலாம். Try to work out and get me the balancing. நீங்கள் தான் ஒர்க் அவுட் பண்ண போகிறீங்க. யூ ஆர் கோயிங் டு ட்ரை. Creditors account, tell me the data. Opening balance எவ்வளவு இருக்குங்க? 1,35,000. Closing balance 1 lakh. Then bills payable opening balance, closing balance, then amount paid 4,30,000. Then balance by creditors, nothing but bills payable accepted during the year. Ever accepted during the year? 6 lakhs. We get this as a balancing figure. This is a balancing figure. So to bills payable, creditors to bills payable, level accepted during the year, 4,40,000 accepted during the year. To bank, எவ்வளவு pay பண்ணிருக்கோம்? Then any discount received? That any purchase returns? Any other thing? As a credit purchase, we'll get it as a balancing figure. Balancing figure we get. Then debtors account, opening balance எவ்வளவு இருக்கு? Credit sales available? No. Collections 50. Closing balance கொடுக்கல. Okay. Discount allowed எவ்வளவு கொடுத்திருக்காங்க? 20,000 rupees. Any bad debts? No. Any sales returns? No. எப்படி ரெண்டு balancing for work out பண்ணுது? It's not possible இல்லையா? So what we have to do? Let us find out based on cost of goods sold total sales minus cash sales will give us what? Credit sales. What is the cost of goods sold? Opening stock plus purchases minus what? Closing stock. Opening stock plus purchases minus closing stock. எவ்வளவு வரும்? Opening stock is given in the question. What is opening stock? 2,45,000 plus purchases எவ்வளோ plus 15 lakhs minus closing stock எவ்வளோ கொடுத்துருக்கோம் 3 lakh பண்ணீங்கன்னா எவ்வளோ வரும் 14,25,000 gross profit எவ்வளோ margin கொடுத்துருக்கோம் பாருங்க gross profit margin 25% on sales, which means 1/4 on sales. 1/4 on sales, it will be 1/3 on cost. 1/3 on cost. This will give us sales. What is the sales? Cash purchase கொடுத்திருக்காரு என்ன? How much is given? அது எடுத்துங்க அப்போ. Plus 6 lakhs. Purchases 20,40,000. Okay, wait பண்ணுங்க. Opening stock plus credit purchases and cash purchases minus closing stock. Put an answer on this. What is opening stock? What is opening stock? Purchases na cash purchases plus credit purchases. Cash plus credit purchases. 15 lakh plus and the credit cash purchase எவ்வளோ கொடுத்துருக்கோம் 6 lakhs ஆட் பண்ண எவ்வளோ வருது 15 lakhs credit purchases plus cash purchase எவ்வளோங்க 6 lakhs ஆட் பண்ணா 21,15,000 less closing stock 3 lakh so adjust பண்ணீங்கன்னா what will you get 20,40,000 வரும் gross profit is 1/3 on cost add பண்ணா sales cost of goods sold plus gross profit will give us what sales any cash sales data available less cash sales எவ்வளவு இருக்குங்க 16 lakh less பண்ணா credit sales வந்து 27,20,000 minus 16,20,000 will give us which sales credit sales and the credit sales எடுத்து இங்க போடணும் as a balancing for you will get which one closing balance at the beginning of the year balance sheet சொல்லுங்க assets என்னென்ன இருக்கு பாருங்க furniture எவ்வளவு இருக்கு 2,60,000 அப்புறம் 2,45,000 அப்புறம் 1,25,000 then bank balance 1 lakh then creditors 1 lakh then bills payable 70,000 outstanding salary 19,000 as a balancing for of course we get the capital 5,16,000 we get it cash and bank balance together it is given how much is given 1 lakh என்னென்ன collections இருக்கு பாருங்க collections and payments cash sales இருக்கு what is the cash sales 16,20,000 அப்புறம் from debtors how much we collected from debtors 10,58,000 we collected by creditors creditors எவ்வளவு பே பண்ணிருக்கீங்க 9,73,000 paid by bills payable 4 lakh by cash purchases 6,15,000. Then where என்ன இருக்கு? By salary paid. கொடுத்திருக்கோம். What is the salary paid given in the question?
2 lakh 36,000.
2 lakh.
36.
அப்புறம்
Rent 1 lakh 32,000.
by rent how much? 1,30,000.
2,000.
Then by sundry expenses.
81,000.
Then
My drawings.
by drawings. Then where are missing இருக்கு பாருங்க. Discount is not a cash item இல்லையா? So by balance carry down you can get it as a balancing. இதை மிஸ் பண்ணிருக்கோமான்னு பாருங்க. So opening stock plus purchases minus closing stock gives us cost of goods sold. Add gross profit gives us which one? Total sales minus cash sales will give us which one? Credit sales. Using the credit sales and cash collections and discounts allowed, we get closing debtors as a balancing input. ஓருங்களா அது? Shall we? Now, as I said, the main answer we can just go through the material. Opening stock given, purchases, cash and credit we worked out. Cash sales, credit sales. Cash sales plus credit sales gives us which one? Total sales and Madri. What is the total sales? 27,20,000. Nothing but this cash sales plus credit sales. Closing stock we worked out or given. Gross profit is a balancing figure. Then salary. Look at what is the salary paid. 2,36,000 plus outstanding at the end of the year. What is outstanding at the end of the year? Minus outstanding at the beginning of the year. 19,000 will give you 2,37,000. Salary, add outstanding at the end of the year minus beginning of the year, 2,37,000. Rent, there is no change. Sundry expense, there is no change. It's a discount allowed, no problem. Depreciation on furniture. What is the value of furniture? What is the value of furniture? 2,60,000 value of furniture. That into 10% will give us what? 26,000. Diminishing balance method na sollirukka. Discount receipt credit panunga. As a balancing for you will get which one? Net profit. Any doubt in it? Salary, outstanding expense adjust panni record pandrom. Previous problem no such adjustment, but here kuduthirukanga. Depreciation, diminishing balance method, 2,60,000 into 10%, 26,000. Then we prepare balance sheet at the end of the year. Opening balance, add net profit, minus drawings will give us what? Closing balance. Creditors, bills payable and outstanding salary will come. Then furniture on the 2,60,000 minus what? 10% depreciation, 26,000 less panna, 2,34,000 varum. Closing stock is given. Debtors, we prepared ledger account. Cash and bank, we prepared which one? Ledger account. Total 9,02,000. Total how much? 9,02,000. Next in the question. 8th question. Pardon. Of course, regular class, revision class, speed will be like 5x speed. On the speed report, you will be able to solve multiple questions or many questions. Speed, accuracy, rendume matter exam. Okay, the mari class 15 minutes, 20 minutes solve panna, the speed automatically ungalukku vandudum. Then exam solve padumbodu, it will take around 20-25 minutes of time. For 14 marks question, 20-25 minutes of time you can easily take. Remember the rule, for every 1 mark, 1.8 minutes. 100 marks, 180 minutes. Appo idu vandu 14 marks, 15 marks kekrana, solid you can take around 20-25 minutes of time to solve. Now over concentration kuduthingana, you will not be able to complete the paper. You will not be able to what? Complete the paper. Come to question number 8. We are given opening balance sheet and capital account is given. Read. Creditors, bills payable, outstanding expense kuduthirka, furniture, stock, debtors, bills receivable, and which one? Unexpaid insurance and artham. Prepaid insurance, cash in hand and bank is given to us. Summary of cash book is given to us. Receipts and payments kuduthiranga. Opening balance, cash sales, receipt from debtors, receipt for bills receivable, payment to creditors, payment for bills payable, sundry expenses paid, drawings, cash in hand kuduthiranga. So இந்த ப்ராப்ளத்தில் we need not prepare which account? Cash book தேவையில்லை. கொடுத்த என்னது? Receipts and payment is nothing but cash book கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. Opening balance sheet கொடுத்துட்டாங்க. அப்போ what is main concentration here? Debtors, bills receivable. Creditors, bills payable account prepare பண்ற மாதிரி இருக்கும். Discount allowed and received is given to us. This will come in debtors account and which account? Creditors account. Bills endas na, what is the journal entry? Creditors க்கு நம்ம என்ன பண்ணிருக்கோம்? Bills endas பண்ணிருக்கோம்னு அர்த்தம். Creditors account debtor to bills receivable account. Bills endas to creditors. ஞாபகம் இருக்கா journal entry? Creditors account debtor to bills receivable account. Annual fire insurance premium, how much is paid? 6,000 is paid on 1st August as a renewal policy. இதுக்கு prepaid insurance இங்க work out பண்ணணும். Then furniture and fixtures depreciation is how much? 15% on diminishing balance method கொடுத்துட்டோம். So in the question we'll prepare which account? Debtors, bills receivable, creditors and which account? Bills payable account, and we'll see that prepaid and other expenses. Then we'll see the main answer. Shall we start? And we need to prepare bills receivable account also. Okay. Debtors account. What is the opening balance and closing balance? What is the opening balance? Bills receivable opening balance. Creditors or opening balance. Bills payable or opening balance. Try to pause the transaction and see. Closing balance of stock, debtors, bills receivable, bills payable, outstanding expenses are given. What is the closing balance of debtors given? 1 lakh. Then closing creditors order balance. Closing creditors கொடுக்கலையா? இல்ல. Maybe we'll find out this as a balancing figure. Bills receivable order closing balance 75,000 given to us. Bills payable order closing balance 1,40,000 bills payable. Then first bills receivable account la what is collected? Cash book பாருங்க, what is collected? 3,40,000 collected. Doubt இருந்ததுன்னா journal entry pass பண்ணீங்க. Bills endorsed to creditors. What is the entry you will pass? Creditors account debtor To which account? Bills receivable account. எவ்வளவு amount? 15,000. The post பண்ணீங்கன்னா creditors account data to bills receivable account endorsed bill எவ்வளவு 15,000 இங்க by creditors னு வரும். Creditors account எவ்வளவு 15,000. Then what else will come? Bills payable paid கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. Bills payable paid கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. எவ்வளவு கொடுத்திருக்காங்க?
8,15,000.
8,15,000 கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. As a balancing figure, you will get debtors. Bills receivable received during the year. As a balancing figure, we get this. How much we get this? $3,70,000 வரும். By bills receivable received 3,70,000. This balancing for 3,70,000 is a balancing for where we post in debtors account. Bills payable account as a balancing for you will get what? Bills accepted to creditors you will get. What is a balancing for? சொல்லுங்க. Bills accepted how much? Bills payable accepted to creditors. Bills payable accepted to creditors how much? How much?
8,30,000.
8 lakh. This will come as 2 bills payable. So bills payable accepted how much? 8,30,000. Then any discount allowed given in the question?
36,000.
Discount allowed எவ்வளவு கொடுத்திருக்காங்க? 36,000 கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. Discount allowed 36,000. Discount receipt from creditors 28,000. Okay. Collected from debtors. Collected from debtors is given 15 lakh 10,000 is given to us in the question. 15 lakh 10,000 கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. Then as a balancing figure we will get which one? Credit sales. $19,20,000 we get it. What is the amount paid to creditors? What is the amount paid to creditors? If a purchase also not available, purchase also not available, and the closing balance also not available. ரெண்டு work out பண்ண முடியாது இல்லையா? We cannot work out purchase as well as what? Closing balance. என்ன பண்றது? Are we given any gross profit margin இந்த மாதிரி ஏதாவது? Yes. What is the cash sales? கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. Cash bookல கொடுத்திருக்காங்க பாருங்க. Cash bookல கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. Cash sales 73,80,000. Add what? Credit sales. What is the credit sales? 19,20,000. Any sales returns? No sales returns. You will get total sales. In the question, any profit margin given? Gross profit எவ்வளவு இருக்குங்க? 10% on sales. You will get cost of goods sold. Cost of goods sold 83,70,000. Apply the formula. Cost of goods sold is equal to opening stock plus what? Purchases minus which one? Closing stock. What is opening stock? Cost of goods sold we know 83,70,000. Opening stock கொடுத்திருக்கான் எவ்வளவு கொடுத்திருக்கான்? Opening stock first ல கொடுத்திருக்கான் balance sheet ல 6,10,000 plus purchases தெரியாது minus closing stock given in the endல கொடுத்திருக்கான் பாருங்க closing stock 6,50,000. The solve பண்ணா you will get purchases 83,70,000 plus 6,50,000 minus 6,10,000. You'll get purchases. Hello, purchases. ஏதாவது cash purchase கொடுத்திருக்காங்களா? Any cash purchase is given? Payment side ல பாருங்க. No cash purchases. So purchases are what? 84,10,000. So purchases we worked out here. Working note refer பண்ணுங்க. 84,10,000. Solve this, you will get closing balance. This is a balancing purpose. 6,10,000 da balancing. This purchases 84,10,000 we worked out as a separate working. So we closed bills receivable account, then debtors account, found out which one? Credit sales. We closed bills payable account, the creditors account la post panna rendu balancing for work out panna mudiyadhu. We cannot find out which one? Credit purchases as well as which one? Closing balance as a balancing for. That's why for credit purchases we have done the working note. Okay. Cash sales plus credit sales will give us total sales minus gross profit pota cost of goods sold varum. Cost of goods sold, opening stock plus purchases minus closing stock, we get purchases. Sundry expenses are clear. எவ்வளவு pay பண்ணிருக்கோம் பாருங்க. Add outstanding at the beginning of the year. Opening balance sheet ல கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. எவ்வளவு கொடுத்திருக்காங்க? Outstanding at the beginning of the year. Opening balance sheet ல outstanding expense how much is given? 45,000 இல்ல. Add outstanding at the end of the year தான் add பண்ணணும் இல்லையா? எவ்வளவு add பண்ணணும்? 5,000 கொடுத்திருக்காங்க லாஸ்ட் லைன்ல. Less outstanding at the beginning of the year எவ்வளவு இருக்குங்க? 45,000 னா you will get expenses for the P&L account. This is expenses for which account? P&L account. Then insurance paid. எவ்வளவு pay பண்ணிருக்கோம்? 6,000. Adjustmentல கொடுத்திருக்கான் பாருங்க. Insurance paid. Insurance paid. On 1st August for renewal of policy கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. Insurance 6,000 is paid for renewal of a policy. Then அதுல paid on what date? 1st August. So 1st August ல pay பண்ணா எப்ப expire ஆகும் அந்த insurance? So paid on what date? 1st August will expire on 31st July ல expire ஆகும். So we are closing accounts on 31st March na எவ்வளவு months prepaid? April, May, June, July, 4 months. 6,000 into எவ்வளவு months? 4 by 12 prepaid. எவ்வளவு prepaid இருக்கும்? 2,000 rupees prepaid இருக்கும். Wait பண்ணுங்க. this insurance paid will include in sundry expenses. So என்ன பண்ணா add prepaid insurance at the beginning of the year. Prepaid insurance at the beginning of the year எவ்வளவு கொடுத்திருக்காங்க opening balance sheetல prepaid insurance at the beginning of the year எவ்வளவு கொடுத்திருக்காங்க 2000 கொடுத்திருக்காங்க less prepaid insurance at the end of the year, that is also 2000 less panna you will get net expense for P&L account. Net expense for which account? P&L account 5,80,700. wait பண்ணுங்க insurance paid செப்பரேட்டா சார்ஜ் பண்ணக்கூடாது ஏன் செப்பரேட்டா சார்ஜ் பண்ணக்கூடாது क्वेश्चनல பேமெண்ட் சைடுல பாருங்க sundry expenses paid னு கொடுத்திருக்காங்க sundry expenses paid னு கொடுத்திருக்காங்க insurance paid ஏதாவது செப்பரேட்டா கொடுத்திருக்காங்களா இங்க பேமெண்ட் சைடுல பாருங்க insurance paid செப்பரேட்டா கொடுத்திருக்கானே என்ன no but it is given an adjustment that it is paid August every year, which means sundry expenses include what? Insurance premium paid. So do you understand? Insurance is prepaid on what date? 1st August, or paid on 1st August, expires 12 months insurance 31st July expire ஆகும். Accounts are closed on 31st March now. Prepaid for how many months? 4 months. Add prepaid expenses at the beginning of the year minus prepaid expense at the end of the year. Prepaid insurance at the beginning of the year is given in the balance sheet. This 2000 is given in the balance sheet. Minus prepaid insurance is what is worked out. That 4 months we worked out. Net expense for P&L account how much? 5,80,700. Yeah, what is extra in this question? Bills, endorse to creditors or extra thing. And purchases we cannot work out. Based on the gross profit margin, we work out which one? Purchases. Sundry expenses adjust பண்றோம். Yeah. Outstanding at the end minus outstanding at the beginning. Insurance prepaid at the beginning minus prepaid at the end. Net expense for P&L account you get. Take up this. In this question, no need to prepare which account? No need to prepare cash account, bank account already given. Opening balance sheet already கொடுத்துட்டாங்க. These workings are important. After this, என்ன பண்ணணும் நீங்க? Prepare which account? Trading P&L account and balance sheet. You can just go through the solution. Actually, 9th question model இப்ப கிடையாது உங்களுக்கு அதை ரிமூவ் பண்ணிடுங்க பிகாஸ் கம்பெனி அக்கௌண்ட்ஸ் கிடையாது குரூப் ஒன்ல கம்பெனி அக்கௌண்ட்ஸ் கிடையாது ஸோ கம்பெனி அக்கௌண்ட்ஸ் பேஸ் பண்ணி ப்ரொபோஸ் டிவிடெண்ட் ஜெனரல் ரிசர்வ்ஸ் பெய்ட் அப் கேபிட்டல் அந்த மாதிரி ரேஷியோ அனாலிசிஸ் பேஸ்ட் குரூப் ஒன்ல கிடையாது ஆக்சுவலா ஓல்டு சிலபஸ் இட் இஸ் ஓல்டு சிலபஸ்னா 2012 சிலபஸோட கொஸ்டின் பேப்பர் அது அப்போ வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா குரூப் ஒன்ல இப்போ 2 பேப்பரா படிக்கிறீங்க இல்லையா ஃபினான்ஷியல் அக்கௌண்ட்ஸ் அண்ட் கம்பெனி அக்கௌண்ட்ஸ் அப்போ ஒரே பேப்பரை வச்சிருந்தாங்க அட்வான்ஸ் அக்கௌண்ட்ஸ் சொல்லி ஒரே ஒரு பேப்பரை வச்சிருந்தாங்க அதுல ரேஷியோ அனாலிசிஸ் ஆல்சோ வாஸ் இன்க்ளூடட் அப்போ ஒரு கம்பெனி சிங்கிள் என்ட்ரி சிஸ்டம்ல ப்ரிப்பேர் பண்ணாங்கன்னா how to prepare using ratio analysis அந்த மாதிரி क्वेश्चन எல்லாம் கேட்டிருந்தாங்க so remove that which question 9th question இல்ல வீட்ல டைம் இருக்குன்னா ஜாலியா உட்கார்ந்து போட்டு பாருங்க இது ஓவருங்களா is it over போறீங்களா அது? Shall we check P&L account? Revisions, learning strong-ஆ பண்ணிருந்தீங்கன்னா revision will take ஒரு 2 to 3 hours for every chapter. அந்த மாதிரி ப்ரிப்பேரே பண்ணலைன்னா then it will take more time, but when you prepared, no problem. It will just take 2 hours each. Let us go through the answer. Let us go through the answer. Opening stock given, purchases, cash plus credit purchases, sales, cash plus credit sales, closing stock கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. GP 9,30,000 க்கு 10% வரைக்கும் 93 lakh 10%. Gross profit, discount received, sundry expense working note பண்ணோம் இல்லையா, இந்த sundry expenses. Add outstanding at the end minus outstanding at the beginning. Insurance prepaid at the beginning, prepaid at the end, adjust பண்ணது போக. What is the net expense? 5,80,700. Discount allowed 36,000. Depreciation 1 lakh into 15%. We get which one? Net profit. Then balance sheet, opening balance minus drawings add net profit, we get closing balance. Bills payable we know, creditors we know, outstanding expense எல்லாமே last line ல கொடுத்ததுதான். Furniture minus depreciation, closing stock, closing debtors is given, bills receivable also given, unexpaid insurance அதை record பண்ணமே, அந்த 6,000 into எவ்வளோ months? 4 months. Then closing cash and bank balances 1,27,300. That is there in the main problem itself. As I told you. Next question. Which question? இது வந்து உங்களுக்கு கம்பெனியோட ஃபைனல் அக்கௌண்ட்ஸ், அதனால அந்த ஜெனரல் ரிசர்வ் ப்ரொபோஸ் டிவிடெண்ட் கான்செப்ட்லாம் உங்களுக்கு தெரியாமல் இருக்கலாம். பட் உங்களுக்கு டைம் இருந்தால் ஒர்க் அவுட் பண்ணி பாருங்க. நோ இஷ்யூஸ். Go to question number 10. Go to question number 10. Bank OD கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. Outstanding expenses, salary and rent is given. Bills payable, creditors, capital is given to us. Furniture, computer, mobile phone, stock, debtors, bills receivable, unexpaid insurance கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. Stock of stationery is given to us. Cash in hand 300 கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. He informs you that there is no addition or sale to furniture, computer and mobile phone during the year. அதாவது எந்த அசெட் நான் பர்ச்சேஸும் பண்ணல, சேலும் பண்ணலன்னு சொல்லிட்டாங்க. At the end of the year, what is given? Closing stock, closing debtors, bills receivable, unexpaid insurance, closing stock of stationery, bank balance, and which one? Cash balance is given. Salary outstanding, rent outstanding கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. Bills payable and which one? Creditors கொடுத்துட்டாங்க. எல்லாமே கொடுத்துட்டாங்க. He provides you the summary of cash transaction, receipts and payments account கொடுத்து அந்த எல்லாமே கொடுத்துட்டாங்க. Debtors, bills receivable, creditors, bills payable, salary, rent, insurance, premium, stationery, mobile phone expenses, drawings கொடுத்துட்டாங்க. It is found that student it is found that student to depreciate furniture by furniture at 5%, computer at what? 10%, mobile phone at 25%. Okay, provision for bad debts 5% debtors considered reasonable. They ask you to prepare which account? Trading P&L account. For this question also, we are given data about bills receivable and bills payable. So what we have to do? Debtors, bills receivable, creditors, bills payable, opening statement of affairs தேவையில்லை. Shall we? Closing cash balance கொடுத்துட்டாங்க, bank balance கொடுத்துட்டாங்க. Closing cash balance and bank balance is also given to us. We'll see. So same like last question. Let us open these accounts. இங்க என்டாஸ்ல எதுவும் கிடையாது இல்லையா? There is no endorsed bill in that. There is no endorsement of bill. What is the opening balance of debtors? 55,000 given in the question. Discount எதாவது allow பண்ணிருக்காங்களா? No discount. What is the collection from debtors given? 151,900. Closing balance is given in the question. Closing balance 55,000 or 65? 65,000. Bills receivable opening balance 15,000. Closing balance given 20,000. Given 20,000. What is the bills receivable collected given in the question? 65,000 given. As a balancing figure, bills accepted by debtors you will get. Simple question நான் பெருசு கிடையாது. The tally பண்ணீங்கன்னா you will get which one? Credit sales as a balancing for you will get. $231,900. Creditors. What is the opening balance of creditors? 52,500. Closing balance கொடுத்திருக்காங்களா? 76,000 given in the question. Then cash paid. Bank எவ்வளவு pay பண்ணிருக்கோம் creditorsக்கு? No discount in this question. Bills payable opening balance
22,500.
closing balance
26,500.
paid bills payable paid
20,000.
as a balancing for we get bills accepted for the year 84,000 you get. Tally this you will get which one? Credit purchase as a balancing figure. Insurance இருக்கு, salary இருக்கு, rent இருக்கு. Normally we will take expenses paid, add outstanding at the end of the year, less outstanding at the beginning of the year, add prepaid at the beginning of the year, less prepaid at the end of the year. You will get expenses for P&L account. Insurance, salary, rent எல்லாம் adjust பண்ணது மாதிரி. Okay, what is the credit purchase as a balancing for you are getting? 4 lakh? Balancing. Insurance எவ்வளவு pay பண்ணிருக்கோம் பாருங்க payment sideல. In outstanding இருக்காது, prepaid இருக்கும். Prepaid at the beginning of the year opening balance sheetல இருக்கும். Unexpaid insurance at the beginning of the year 2,400. Prepaid at the end of the year எவ்வளவு இருக்கு?
2,500.
This will give us expenses for the P&L account. Columnar format la முடிச்சிடலாம். Salary paid. What is the salary paid? 99,000. Outstanding at the end of the year. Adjustment la கொடுத்திருக்கோம். Outstanding at the end of the year. எவ்வளவு கொடுத்திருக்கோம் பாருங்க.
8,300.
8,300 minus outstanding at the beginning of the year. So, P&L account la வந்து. Rent பாருங்க. Rent
72,000.
paid 72,000. Outstanding at the end of the year.
6,000, sir.
Outstanding at the beginning of the year also. 6,000 now. 72,000. Then stationery பாருங்களேன். Stationery consumption will be the expense. Consumption will be equal to what? Expense. நம்ம the non-profit organizationலயே பார்த்திருக்கோம். What is consumption? Opening stock plus purchases minus closing stock. What is the opening stock of stationery? 200 plus purchases. எவ்வளோ பண்ணியிருக்கோம்? Paid for stationery கொடுத்துருப்பா பாருங்க பேமெண்ட் சைடில். Paid for stationery purchased எவ்வளோ இருக்கு? 1,500 minus stock of stationery at the end of the year closing balanceல கொடுத்துருப்பாங்க. 250 is given. This will be the expense. 200 opening stock plus purchases minus closing stock will be the expenses. That will be charged in P&L account. Consumption will be charged in which account? P&L account. Take up all these things. இது காப்பி பண்ணிட்டீங்களா? ஓவராது See, stationery வந்து purchase பண்ண expense கிடையாது. இங்க opening stock, closing stock இருக்கிறதுனால whatever is consumed becomes which one? Expense. Whatever is consumed becomes expense. That will be charged in P&L. Shall we? We'll check the answer. Opening stock given, purchases நம்ம working note போட்டிருக்கோம். Sales and cash sales plus credit sales will give us what? 741,700. As a balancing for we get which one? Gross profit. Then insurance நம்ம working பண்ணிருக்கோம் இல்லையா? 9,900 insurance debited to P&L account. Salary 99,300. Rent 72,000. Stationery consumed how much? 1,450. Mobile phone expenses 9,000. They ask you to create a bad debts at the rate of what? 5% on debtors balance. 65,000 க்கு 5% apply பண்ணீங்கன்னா you will get how much? 3,250. Then depreciation on the assets as specified we work out. Of course, we get which one? Net profit. Then we record opening capital minus drawings plus net profit will give us closing capital. All closing balance are bills payable, creditors, outstanding rent and salary we record. Furniture minus depreciation, computer minus depreciation, mobile phone minus depreciation, debtors minus provision for bad debts we get. All these values are given. Bills receivable, closing balance, closing stock, unexpaid insurance, stock of stationery, cash at hand, cash at bank எல்லாமே கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. What are tallies? Clear? So this is about which one? Your revision for which one? Single entry or which one? Accounting from which one? Incomplete records. Okay. So solid அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு 2 hour, 2.5 hour time you take for every chapter. First prepare, then start revising அந்த மாதிரி. Anyhow, I'll take care of the core areas of revision. Like this one, single entry. Next one is going to be which one? Non-profit organization and the mari core areas I will take care. But I request you to work out. Then you will find exams will be just easy. Okay. Remember, the original class single entry start பண்ணும்போது each problem we took 40 minutes, 45 minutes. Now we are taking 15 minutes, 20 minutes only. Okay. Why? Because the knowledge இருந்ததுக்கும் ஒன்று, ரெண்டாவது some practice நீங்க பண்ணிருப்பீங்க. Those who have not attended revision class, those are not coming for revision class, live online or face to face, prepare பண்ணிருக்க மாட்டாங்க, revision வந்திருக்க மாட்டாங்க. You revised something. At least ஒரு வாட்டி go through பண்ணிருப்பீங்க. Third one is exam fear. June maybe 4-5 months back, it was like, okay, இன்னும் 4 மாசம் இருக்குன்னு சொல்லி, ஐயோ இன்னும் 1 மாசம் தான் இருக்கு அந்த exam fear. So that will make you to automatically work fast. Other main factor இங்க. Okay. So more than knowledge.